We will call to order the October 27th, 2023 Board of Trustees special called meeting. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
I so move.
Moved by Ms. Watley. Is there a second?
Madam Chair, point of order.
By Mr. Kelly.
Discussion. Good morning, everyone. Madam Chair, when we left on Monday, this meeting was supposed to happen next week. I think it's important for you to share with the constituents of District 4, Trustees Waters District, why the necessity to change this meeting. Trustee Waters is having a medical procedure done this morning, and she asked you ruthlessly to consider having this meeting as we discuss next week, but you were not willing. So today, the constituents of District 4 will not have a voice.
To respond to that, Mr. Holmes' report that was given to us Monday said the report would be here before the end of the month. This is before the end of the month.
Yes.
And our public has been crying out to see what the investigation report is. And I think it's important to give them that answer.
Madam Chair, that is true. That is true. However, we discuss our schedules for this same purpose. And she informed us that she would not be available this week. And so I just think that it's very inconsiderate for us to discuss our schedules as professionals. And then because a report is ready, we can't wait one day. There's not a big difference, Madam Chair, between today and Monday.
Madam Chairman, if I'll call any other discussion.
Madam Chair,
No other discussion, we'll call for the vote.
Ms. McKinney, can you hear me?
I need to listen to what the mayor and supermajority. That's it.
Ms. McKinney, can you hear?
I'm asking for order in the room.
Ms. McKinney, can you hear me? Hello?
$500 million will go away.
Ms. Bailey, are you online or do you need to voice vote?
He's trying to get.
I'm trying to say something. I've been trying to say something for a couple of minutes now, but I don't think you can hear me. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I would just like to say, when we had our meeting on Monday night, you specifically said after the report for us to be ready for this investigation report would be completed before the end of the month, and everybody had clearly enough time to situate their schedule to get here or to be present or be on Zoom. So I think that's a dereliction of duty when you try to use a schedule, an appointment, or anything else to say that you didn't have appropriate time to make it here or to be on Zoom. I
Yes,
have to be
ma'am.
to work
If you
by
would
9
cast
o'clock.
your vote, please. We finished discussion and we've asked for votes to adopt the
I
agenda.
also let the board know that I would be out of town and there was no way I could change the schedule. I'm trying to do Zoom as best I can.
Thank you. We have you on Zoom.
Madam
Thank
Chair.
you, Dr. Temple.
Madam Chair.
Discussion.
Dr. Temple, are you voting with voice or on your computer?
Still within discussion right now.
That's it.
You cannot end discussion just because you wanted to go away. We have to keep
Sorry,
going.
I called for the.
No.
You cannot
I called-
end discussion.
Yes, I-
Point of order. You cannot end discussion just because you wanted to go away.
Yes, you can.
People, no, you cannot.
Where's our parliamentarian? Is Mr. Johnson serving as parliamentarian today?
I can. The chair does have the authority to allow discussion to the extent that the chair feels that discussion is enlightening and appropriate. But the chair also has the authority, for better or worse, to call discussion to a close at some point. That is within the chair's discretion.
So do we have the vote tally? Ms.
Excuse me.
Bowles?
I do have something else to say. My comment was about the meeting. I have something to
Point
say
of
about the
order.
adoption of the agenda.
Point of order accepted.
What is the point of order?
What is the point of order?
That we are voting now. Discussion
No.
has ended.
No.
Wiley has a point of order. What is the point of order?
That we are.
Ms.
having
Wiley did not discuss her
discussion
point.
now.
Here in voting.
What is your
Discussion
point
is
of
at an
order?
end.
Ms. Bowles, do we have a tally? Pardon? All right, Dr. Temple, are you voice voting or voting on your computer?
I will voice vote.
All right,
We are completely out of order.
We are.
Dr. Temple, we will take your voice vote now.
Nay.
Nay. Ms. Bailey, are you voice voting or on your computer?
I'm voice voting, yay to adopt the agenda.
Do you have everyone now, Ms. Bowles? Who do you need? We need your vote. Are you abstaining?
No, I'm not abstaining.
Then, if you, choose not to vote, we'll report the tally.
I do not
as
choose
is.
not to vote. I choose to continue discussion.
That's exactly.
Not in your authority. Point of order, it's not within the board's authority, it's within the chair's authority, and the chair is called for the vote.
I appeal the chair's decision. I appeal the chair's decision. There is a time frame for us to have discussion. The chair does not have the right to abuse her authority and shut down discussion. Parliamentarian, you need to pull out the 12th edition. She cannot stop us. We are here to represent our constituents.
Let us hear. Order in the room, please.
We have 2 rounds. She allowed us to speak once.
You're not
You are
guaranteed 2
allowed
rounds.
to speak when it is a new opinion. And
I have a new opinion.
shall we report the vote? Ms. Bowles, would you report the vote? Room. And the motion passes to adopt the agenda. Is there a motion to convene an executive session to receive and consider the report of the investigation concerning the allegations involving the superintendent and action, if any, to discuss proposed settlement agreement between CCSD and Dr. Gallion, including the resolution of the employment or contractual relationship, and consider the appointment of an acting superintendent?
I
Is
so
there a-
move.
So move.
Moved by Ms. Bailey and second by Ms. Watley. Any discussion?
Question?
I would like to let the, those in attendance and those online know that when we meet in executive session, we receive report, excuse me, executive session is for trustees only. We will receive information. We will come back out and we will give a report of what is if there is disruption that keeps us from conducting the business of the district, we will have to recess. And I would like for you, I would like for you to be able to hear the reports that we hear We are going to give,
You know, you don't have to tolerate the disrespect.
I would like for the room to come to order, so I want to tell you all the information we're going to give you. We don't have, we are going to into executive session to receive the information. When we come out of executive session, we will give you the information. And to let you know that there are no votes taken in executive session, all votes are taken in public. I'll call for the
Madam Chair.
question.
Madam Chair, question. Madam Chair,
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but if you disrupt our meeting, we will have to ask you to leave.
Madam Chair,
Mr. Redenbach? Ms. Roberson?
considering the language of the agenda,
Mhm.
item C says, consider the appointment of an acting superintendent. My question earlier would, during the adoption of the agenda, would be, should this be interim superintendent, vice acting superintendent?
I can check with HR on that.
And
The motion could possibly be to continue.
Where's the?
okay, we're ready. Okay,
Go ahead, Ms. Roberson.
all right.
We will call for a vote.
Even have time to draft a Freedom of Information Act request. You'll have to get it on Monday. And our last meeting, you said it would be November 6th and the 7th. And then the 13th. Then 11th.
Sir, I am sorry, but this is your first warning.
If Michael Redenbach would actually do what you guys can do.
I'm a training custodian. Okay, what you all are doing is wrong.
Mr. Redenbach,
Yeah.
Ms. Bailey and Dr. Temple, if you would vote.
Yay.
First gonna fall on your children. That's right.
Mr. Redenbach. Dr. Temple,
Nay.
Dr. Temple, would you vote?
I said nay.
Nay, okay. Ms. Bailey, for executive session, yay or nay?
I said yay.
Okay. And we will adjourn into executive session. The motion passes. Thank you for your patience. Is there a motion to reconvene in open session to conduct the regular business meeting?
So move.
Moved by Ms. Watley. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Roberson. Any discussion? We'll vote.
I'm still here. Yay.
Thank you, Dr. Temple. Ms. Bailey?
Yeah.
And the motion passes. Item 5A, we would like to report to the public that as a result of the investigation, it is concluded that Dr. Gallion has not created a hostile environment. And after legal review, the report will be made public next week. We're on to item 5B. Is there a motion to accept the proposed settlement agreement and release between Dr. Gallion and CCSD?
I so move.
Moved by Ms. Watley.
Second.
Second by was that Ms. Bailey or Dr.
Yes,
Temple?
Ms.
Ms.
Bailey.
Bailey. Is there discussion? Would you, I'm going to read this again for our secretary. Is there a motion to accept the proposed settlement agreement and release between Dr. Gallion and CCSD? And we will take a vote if after I will confirm there's no more discussion. And then we will have a statement for the public about it. Is there any further discussion?
Yes,
Mr. Calhoun,
I actually wrote something out that I wanted to say, but honestly,
please,
I
we'd
wrote
like to hear
something out.
Mr. Calhoun.
I wrote something out that I wanted to say, but honestly, we should be ashamed. We honestly should be ashamed.
Any other discussion? We'll call for the vote.
It's costing. That's it, Ms. McKinney. Come on, let us know.
I'm going to.
This is not right. 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 Black intelligent man, y'all don't want to leave this district. That is not right.
Dr. Temple, are you voting? Are you still with us?
Yes, but I do want to say something. I think
I'm
that
sorry, but the discussion is over, Dr. Temple. We called for the question.
I will accept it because Dr. Gallion wants it, but do not.
Would you vote first and then I want to.
I'll vote yay.
Dr. Temple, if you would vote first, and I'm going to make a statement to the public, and then you may certainly make a statement.
All right, thank you. I will say yay.
All right, Dr. Temple said yay. Ms. Bailey?
Yay.
Yay. And the motion passes. And this is the board's statement, and then Dr. Temple may make her statement. Once this agreement, it will be released to the public, so all of your questions will be answered after it's fully executed. You will have all the details of the agreement. Dr. Temple?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm very sad that we are accepting the resignation of Dr. Gallion. I think that we put him through an awful lot of stress that was not needed. And I hope that as we move forward, that we will be more cognizant of our actions. The fact that Dr. Gallion, I knew he was never guilty of the hostile work environment, and I supported him to be our superintendent. He was definitely highly qualified. His heart was in the right place. And I just wish that we had given him the time to show us that he, in fact, could help our district move forward. Thank you.
Certainly. We're on to item 5C. Is
Madam-
there a motion?
I'd like to make a motion
Mhm.
that we consider the appointment of Anita Huggins as the acting superintendent.
Is there a second?
I second.
Second,
Second by Ms. Watley. Is there discussion?
Discussion.
Ms. Roberson, please.
Madam Superintendent,
Yes, ma'am.
I do not support this decision. There are employees in this district and under current cabinet that holds the superintendent endorsement. And I believe that as a board, we should make informed decisions moving forward. We have cost the taxpayers so much monies. And then for us to not move forward with using someone who has the superintendent credentials, it's really a dereliction of our duties. I believe that we should, as a board, if we were going to move forward, we should ask the South Carolina School Board Association to send us a retired superintendent.
Any other discussion?
Ms. McKinney, I believe that.
Yes,
Ms.
ma'am.
I believe that Miss Anita has done an outstanding job so far, and she knows this district, and she is more than qualified to do the job. So I agree with her appointment for acting superintendent.
Mr. Brigman, would you
Yes, ma'am.
please, we would like order so that we can finish conducting the business. Would you please address the certification of Ms. Huggins?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me fine?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. So Anita Huggins is certified as an administrator, as a teacher, obviously as an educator. We just have to go through a process that I can submit today to the State Department to start the process to add superintendent to her certificate. So I suspect, or I can't speak for the State Department, but we probably have the certificate on file within a week or so. And she will need to finish that process, but she will be certified as a superintendent. So we will not have any issues with accreditation or anything like that.
Thank you, Mr. Brigman. Any other discussion?
Madam Chair, my second round, Michelle Simmons currently holds a superintendent endorsement.
Thank you.
Not fixing to happen.
Any other discussion?
Yes.
I'll call for the question.
Wait, I said something. I said something. No, I lost it.
Ma'am, if you would please let us finish.
I want you to do it right.
Oh, Lord.
Ms. Bailey, how do you vote? The motion to consider the appointment of Nita Huggins as acting superintendent, Ms. Bailey and Dr. Temple.
Yay.
Abstain.
Did you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ms. Bailey voted yay and Dr. Temple abstained. And the motion passes. The board also wishes me to make the statement to the public that in the new year, we will address and have discussion of a search. Is there a motion for adjournment? Moved by Mr. Kelly. Is there a second?
I second.
Second by Ms. Watley. All in favor, rise. Motion passes. Meeting adjourned.